what would you say was the most serious threat posed to the U.S. today, and really to other countries around the world?
Sure. Yeah, the internet was designed for flexibility, openness, and collaboration. So it just was not designed for security. So all countries in the world and all corporations in the world and many individuals are very vulnerable to what goes on. And the level of hacking sophistication just continues to grow across all the categories of whether it's individual hackers, hacktivists, criminal networks, and state actors. So there's a lot of vulnerability, and we have to both improve the internet itself, enhance it for security, and make a lot more investments in companies on network security.
Now, President Obama issued an executive order on cybersecurity, but it only calls on private enterprise and the government to coordinate voluntarily. And a lot of people think, well, that's really not enough. How do I know that my power utility is safe, for instance?
Sure. Well, you know, nothing is ultimately safe, okay? And a lot of effort's got to be put into enhancing security. I have to say, I think that executive order was very well crafted overall. And the reality is it's committing the government to sharing more information with private industry, which is a good thing. A difficult thing to do, but a good thing. And inviting industry to get involved in some of the sector organizations to help further protect critical infrastructure. So, I mean, the reality is we're all vulnerable. The reality is that companies are on their own. The government may be able to help out a little bit, maybe can provide some information. You know, this executive order is a step in the right direction. It's not the solution. It's simply another good step. But we've all got to redouble our efforts in improving the overall security environment of the internet.
You know, late last year it was dubbed Red October. They discovered, I guess, a worm, something that was implanted into computer systems. And again, I believe it was traced back to China. How much evidence is there of this? How serious of a problem, for instance, is this Red October?
You know, I'm not going to get into specific attribution on specific attacks by specific parties. There's a lot of things going on out there. Let's put it that way. And state actors are the most sophisticated. I've been in Beijing, Moscow, Dubai, Brussels, all the world's capitals discussing these types of issues. And there's different finger pointing in different directions. The reality is there's a lot going on out there. And, you know, it's a new diplomatic challenge that we have. And I think it's interesting to see the administration yesterday is the first time they're mentioning possibly lifting some of these issues to diplomatic and political level discussions. That's a new development.
Is there a way today, very briefly, to make a computer system like for a utility, a nuclear power plant, for instance, really secure?
Well, you know, you can always improve your security. The reality is there's so many millions of doors and windows into our systems, you can never shut them all. And the most sophisticated security experts are now focusing on looking for the fingerprints and traces of the specific actors that they think might want to get into their networks and get access to the information. So, yes, there are things you can do. Nothing's going to provide perfect security. We've all got to work together internationally and domestically to solve this very pressing problem.
Rod Beckstrom, I want to thank you very much for, you know, filling us in, giving us your perspective, given all the experience you have in this field. Again, thanks.
Thank you.